Previously on Homeland.
That was really brave, you fighting off the general.
That's what I was going to say to you. You're not your family. You didn't do those things. You're not responsible for it.
And until they stop, I have to stop my family, no matter what.
Actually, languidly, slowly make
Yeah,
our way
I
back.
think we kind of watch a bit of the sunset, maybe,
Yeah.
even as it happens.
The elder brings you into his office.
Those 4 firebenders, they were brought here by 3 people. One had a metal face, painted green and red, and the other man was young, with sideburns down his face.
He's royalty.
What does that mean? Who is he?
They're going to another town, I think.
Where would they be heading?
The Iron Village.
They're going to use it to build equipment, build weapons. We need to stop them.
And now,
It's been a rough night for the gang. You've slept quite badly on the hard ground, the rocks that you've discovered. You've piled together some leaves, some brush, and tried to collect yourselves.
Can I make a
Tariq-
suggestion
Tariq-
on the rocks?
Yeah, sure.
Is there any way that the earthbender could use their earthbending to make the rocks a little bit softer or more like a bed at all?
Not really,
I'm
no.
not very good with the rocks. More with, the harder it is, the more that she's like kind of in unknown territory. She's like not trained.
Well,
you
I
want Clove
tried.
to stay awake all night making your bed comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, powers. Well,
Trying to make
I
it,
tried
like,
and
posturepedic.
I yield the floor.
You also tried to find water and failed.
Well,
You wake up tired, hungry, thirsty. After doing the work for a village, you're not terribly rewarded and you're poorer for it. But you do have the great sense of satisfaction that comes away with doing it. Good job, well done.
yeah.
Do we clear any
Right,
fatigue?
gang?
You clear 2 points of
Yes.
fatigue.
Oh, look at that. Everyone reaching for their eraser. I don't know what you guys are on, but I'm on 2 now.
Just the one for me.
None for me.
None for me.
The girls rise,
We'll let them get hurt.
Zhang is also a bit troubled.
You also let's go quickly around to see where your conditions are at.
Yeah, Zhang is troubled. He's still somewhat afraid of Kana. She seems volatile and kind of disturbed in herself, unsure. So she seems a bit dangerous to be around, essentially.
Most definitely.
I don't know what you mean. I've got no conditions.
Oh.
Kana's doing just fine.
Tariq is quite insecure, and a lot of that is currently wrapped up in making sure that Clove actually likes him. He doesn't really care what the others think of him, but he's finding himself, whenever there's a little snarky comment made against him or a bit of oh, that's what Tariq is like, he's like, no.
And Clove?
Clove is still feeling inspired by what Tariq said to her last night. She's kind of like stuck with her. So she kind of slept well, being like, yes, I am my own person.
Oh, I'm inspired too.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm both insecure and inspired simultaneously.
You are. You
That's
can
a
use
mood.
the inspired
a
at
mood.
any time.
Yeah.
We are going to, before we crack on with the morning, we're going to quickly go through the Protector's Burden questions
Yes.
for Clove.
So do you believe your ward listens to you more often than not? I would still say yes. Have you recently protected them or helped them with a problem? Not since yesterday. So no. And is there an immediate threat to your ward that you were aware of?
No
No.
food and water.
No, not really.
It's not
No,
immediate.
It's not immediate. It's been
Yeah.
very slow.
Ongoing.
Cool. So I'm going to roll once. That is just 7 because I have +1. Oh, at the beginning it's taking +1 for each. Yes. Yes. So that is 7. Cool.
Okay.
So I take 1 hold.
And you can
Excellent.
use that to...
I can use my hold at any time to take a +10 without rolling on any move to defend.
Yeah.
Defend or protect Zhang. I can track Zhang down even if they're hidden or avoiding me, and I can also figure out what he is up to without him knowing.
Yeah. Isn't there another thing as well about balance for Zhang that's separate to that role? I was trying to remember this earlier.
You can call me out on to live up to a principle without shifting
My
your
own
own balance.
Right, great, cool.
And you can have a +1 to do that.
Oh, great. Cool, I should remember that.
Yeah, you should, because you can just do it whenever. You can be like, oh, wait.
Yeah, you should, Phil.
Call you out without cost. Yeah.
Yeah, you need
yeah.
to trust more, or you need to be still more self-reliant. I can't be doing everything for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the morning starts quite painfully for the team. It's an awkward morning. There's no food, no water, and you slept quite badly. What's the plan?
I think we really need to find food and water before we go racing off after the Fire Nation.
Well, we can't buy any. We'd have to find it somewhere.
Man, I sure wish we had some money right now.
A big sack of money or some supplies.
Well, you were the one who raised the price.
There shouldn't have been a price to begin with.
Okay, we
forget
can't
it.
start fighting immediately first thing in the morning.
You're right.
We need to look for water.
We could forage. If we work together, we can find some water and something to eat in the woods, I'm sure. The land provides.
Well, I'll be Team Water. It's kind of my thing.
I know how to look for food and hunt, so I'll go look for food.
I could always purify any water, boil it if we need something. If anyone needs a shower. Her eyes dart around.
Why is everyone looking at me?
No reason.
Look, let's just see what we can find. We can't let the Fire Nation get too far ahead of us, okay?
Great.
I will go with Tariq.
Cool.
Then I'm assuming? Yeah.
And Clove and Zhang will go together foraging.
Yeah.
Great, fantastic. We have two groups, one looking for food, one looking for water. Let's start with the food group first. Where do you go and what do you do?
You have skills and training as a herbalist.
Yeah.
So Clove has skills and training as a herbalist, so I imagine Clove takes the lead and I will help.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
She's immediately kind of like tracking, kind of following where the growth of... I think she's not hunting, we're gathering for sure. So yeah, she's following kind of the undergrowth, looking at how the plants are forming and kind of taking them to a place that she thinks looks like it might be fruitful for like some berries and nuts and that sort of thing.
Are these berries good eating?
No, she smacks them out of his hand.
What about these nuts?
Oh, actually, they're okay. You can
Oh,
keep
okay.
them.
I'll put them in my bag.
Yeah, and so
that's me helping.
We
Yeah.
do kind of find like a little clearing that has some good stuff for us to collect.
Yeah. In fact,
Yeah.
you find a like collection of fruit-bearing trees. They're in like the forest. You part through, and there is like maybe 10 or 12 fruit-bearing trees. They seem to have like an orange lemon kind of fruit on them.
Is this something that we would be familiar with?
It's definitely a fruit that you're across.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
We should just pick as many as we can.
Yeah, hang on. I'll get my tunic and I'll make a little sack.
Love it. Beautiful.
Great. As you do, you hear a hey.
I immediately drop my like clementine orangey things and like turn around trying to find the sound.
There is a man maybe in his 40s with a big hat, a white and blue like apron sort of garb, and is standing hands on hips. Those are mine.
Oh, sorry, we didn't know.
Well, you have to give them back.
Zhang's been trying to reattach them to the branch. Sorry, we already picked some.
Please, we're so hungry. Can we please take some?
I can't just be giving away food for free.
We're refugees from the war.
And I'm living through the war. You know there's a war on.
Surely you could spare a few.
I can't just be giving away food for free. It's my trade. What do you trade in? What do you do? You can't just be doing that for free.
We could,
So we're children.
I don't know, do you have any weeding that you need done?
Chores? What else?
Do you have any ailments? Need a healing?
Is your wife sick?
Why are you talking about my wife?
I hope your wife's sick. I mean,
Young man, I have a husband
Oh.
and he's fine.
Oh.
But if you are a healer,
Yes.
come along. I have an animal that I would like you to have a look at. If you
great.
are able to heal them, maybe I can trade you for your work.
All right, that sounds fair.
Great. Follow me. and begins wandering off.
I kind of exchange a look with Zhang, like, what have we gotten ourselves into? I'm not a vet.
Yeah.
You two are looking for water. What do you do?
So, look, the thing is about water is you gotta find 3 different types of water. There's surface water, there's groundwater, and there's also rainwater. And then he looks up to the sky. Well, that takes one out of the equation. We're not gonna find rainwater. And it's gonna be a little bit harder to find, groundwater. I can't be bothered looking for a spring. So what we need to look for is surface water. That's rivers, lakes. So, if we can find some animals or where things are particularly green.
Okay, so we look for animals or life, and we follow that.
Yeah, animals always know where the good drinking is.
Great. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. I don't know. There's so many animals in this place. Surely there's got to be at least one around, right? I've never seen what do they call it? Bear pigs? If bear pigs don't exist, I wish they did.
I've not really grown up with too many animals.
No, neither did I. Living in the kingdom, I didn't really see much of anything.
I know what that's like. Just walls and school and books. Pretty boring, right?
We both have depressing lives, don't we? I'm sorry, let's go find water.
She's just gonna shoot him a look like, what?
Tariq, he once again feels that pang of insecurity of saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, and goes off in search of listening out for the sound of creatures, whether they be like swarming insects that you might find like around rivers, or just particularly green vegetation where you can see the color start to come into full force depending on the direction they go in.
Yeah, absolutely. You do find grasslands that get greener as you go along, and you're able to track yourself to a river.
What do you know? Good job.
We did it! We should fill the skins.
And he goes down, and as Tariq is about to, he goes, wait, hold up a minute. It's always good to look upstream just to see if this river is particularly contaminated, or if something's, coming down one way, wouldn't want to drink bad water. Literally, I think you get like the view from the trees, and if the camera's looking from like the tree on the left-hand side, you see Tariq's head just poke out to look upstream and see if there's anything like particularly hazardous or something that they can see.
Yeah, sure. Sean, roll for me, assess a situation, please.
Oh, absolutely.
Am I able to help him?
If he rolls poorly.
He explained that. So I feel like, Tariq took the time to explain what exactly the process is, and she's quite studious.
Yeah, you're assessing the situation.
Ooh, well, I rolled a 5. So I actually don't... Well, you would only give me a +1 if you were helping, which means there's no way to help me.
That's right. Unfortunately, you lean out.
Good,
You look up the stream of the river. You look back down the stream of the river. You're like, And you realize that you're backwards a bit. That you looked downstream first and then upstream.
Yeah.
And then you're a bit turned around. And it's in that moment of confusion that you fall into the water.
Whoa!
And there is a strong undercurrent that just... and he's gone.
Which direction does he go? Because I think she'd try and
Down current.
Yeah.
So left.
Yeah.
Let's say left.
Let's say left.
Yeah.
Whichever way he's going, I think she's going to try and run across, and if need be, take down a tree to stop it.
You do exactly that.
Yeah, she fire bends a tree so that it crashes down just as he's about to get more and more drawn out.
Great. You are relying on your skills and training?
Yep.
Do it.
Bloody hell. He's a clumsy one sometimes.
Oh no!
Oh no! Does it fall on my head?
No, that's a 4.
No. Oh my goodness.
Okay, exactly that. You firebend a tree, and just as Tariq pokes his head up out of the water and says,
Don't use fire! Don't use fire! Don't use fire!
bonk, the tree bonks him on the head, and he goes under. Sean, Tariq is knocked out.
Great.
And we will come back
Have fun, everyone.
to your scenes in a short while.
And people thought someone in Avatar couldn't die.
Roll stamina to see if you drown.
Roll to Cast is once again brought to you by our wonderful sponsors, Manscaped.
Oh, and what a time for Manscaped, because Father's Day is just around the corner, Ellen. I gotta ask you, how's your dad?
He's dead.
Oh. Well,
But don't worry, I have a stepdad.
Yay!
And his ear hair is horrendous, or should I say was horrendous, because I got the weed whacker from Manscaped to help him out with the bushes that were currently protruding from his ears. Right back at you, Sean. How's your dad?
oh, we're estranged and I haven't seen him in about 20 years. But don't worry, because I can anonymously send him the Lawnmower 4.0. Cutting-edge ceramic blades for all those nether regions, and anywhere else on the body, really.
Is that your way of saying that your dad's a giant ball bag?
Why not? But whether your dad is a ball bag or whether he just needs to do something with his ball bags, there's plenty on offer from the Performance Package 4.0.
Absolutely. There's a whole bunch of really cool goodies. There's the lawnmower, but also what you need is some nice boxes to keep the family jewels. And I know you love the boxes, the Manscaped boxes.
They're my favorite. They literally are. They feel great against the boys.
And I don't have boys, but I am also a drag king and I pretend to have boys. And Manscaped has just the perfect little pouch for me. It's so cute. There's also heaps of wipes that you can use to just freshen up. You know, if your dad's at an outdoor festival, as dads
always are. We would know.
Want to do. Not to mention there's a cologne. And I don't know about you, Sean, but I really appreciate the scent of all the Manscaped products. They're really nice, sandalwoody, kind of earthy.
Yeah, cedar and other fragrances. Cedar.
Barely know her. And that's a dad joke from us to you.
Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code RTC at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code RTC.
That's right. And free worldwide shipping. You got to get the Manscaped for your dad or become the daddy yourself, because we've all got to shake what our daddies gave us.
Oh, dude, must we? We must. We must.
It's in the copy.
Hope the others are doing much better than us.
Couldn't get much worse than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are face to face with a goat dog. It's a small domesticated animal.
Is that an actual animal?
Yeah,
A goat dog?
Is
Goat
it
dogs.
the size of a dog or a goat?
It's the size of a dog.
I'm going to look this up.
Dogs vary in size.
Yeah.
A small dog. It looks like a
Like a...
you know what? No, I'm not gonna. I'm
Like
not
a
gonna.
schnauzer?
No, I'm not gonna use a goat dog. I'm gonna use a. What do I want to use? Something not too big.
Well, I put it goat dog and I've just gotten furries. So give me a second.
Yes, I can fix that.
Here's your problem. It's a man in a fursuit.
Oh.
It's a real life goat dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ah, okay. Here we are. This is exactly what I wanted. The man takes you, says, "Here, look," and points to an ostrich horse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have seen one of those before.
Yeah, they used predominantly for transportation. They're the size of a horse, but with ostrich features. Yeah, perfect. Sean is showing a photo.
Cool.
Cool.
She's got a broken leg, so heal away.
Okay. She kind of walks forward and kind of which leg was it?
The broken.
There's only 4. And I'm not like you are.
Okay. She just starts ignoring him as soon as he starts talking.
That's probably
And
wise.
kind of
Damn it, I'm a farmer, not a doctor.
she's gonna kind of like feel each leg separately, kind of lift them up, have a look, see if the animal like reacts.
Yeah,
poorly
you,
to any of
you go
them.
to the front left leg, and as you do, the ostrich horse looks you in the eye and is like,
Oh, okay. Okay.
with big eyes that look scared and sad.
Okay, I'm gonna reach up and like kind of reassure it at first, and then Clover's kind of done a few splints for the army before, so she looks around for like some sort of stick and like something that she could potentially use as a bandage.
You can ask.
Yeah, cool. Do you have any fabric and any kind of a piece of wood would be great?
Oh, there's wood back in the forest. In terms of fabric, I don't. Do you know what you're doing?
She's
I have made a splint before.
I don't know what a splint is.
Well, I think it needs just some pressure to be taken off its leg. Could you get me those things, please?
What are you doing here? I'd say you're.
I don't know if I'm.
You know what? Let me say that you are assessing a situation.
Yeah, cool. My creativity is not good.
What is the haps? What's the haps?
That's a good roll.
Oh, okay. So that's 7.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So I get to ask one question.
You quickly find yourself a material that's around you brush past him and find something yourself.
Great.
Yeah.
Even better.
He's in the way, and you just ignore him.
So so she grabs it's not bleeding at all, is it?
No,
could it
no,
be?
No.
So she grabs a stick and a bandage and kind of uses it to support her, and then she also grabs into her satchel to get kind of like a herb to give to it to kind of relieve some of the pain.
Yeah, it's got a bill, and it comes down.
Yeah,
It's very cute.
I can't wait for the noises that you find Sean to put in.
It's got a source from Chris.
And it's yeah, exactly. It seems already a bit better, and it starts lying down to have a bit of a nap.
All right, I'm going to turn to him and be like, okay, you just can't really ride it for a few days. You need to let that heal. Does that make sense?
It does. I'm sorry I lashed out.
That's okay.
I'm just I
understand. It's a hard time. About those oranges.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Have as many as you'd like. Don't go over 20.
That seems reasonable, thank you.
That's fair. Thanks. We better get back to the meeting spot.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Oh god. The meeting spot has changed, by the way.
it's now downriver.
Great. You take your wares and
That was difficult. Wait till we tell them what trouble we had to go through.
I know, my goodness.
Ellen,
Yes.
you're there first. You're at what was the campsite, so a small extinguished fire. And
Did Ellen just leave me in the river to die?
I went back.
Oh, you're not going back. You're just going off. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna try and
What,
get
drowning?
Tariq out. Yeah.
Okay,
He's unconscious.
What?
Yeah.
She
Okay.
knocked him
No worries.
unconscious.
No worries. You two travel back. Ellen.
Kana is not there.
Kana is doing what?
Well, I think it would be pushing my luck because I'm not a swimmer.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about water.
But you want to? But
I
like, do
need
you
to
want to dive into the
I
river?
want to. Yeah, I'll jump in and try and save Tariq.
Go for it. You dive in, grabbing Tariq. Roll. Push your luck.
Roll with passion. Do you have any pluses?
7.
Good.
Yes. Oh, thank God.
I need to up.
So it
my-
is going to cost you something.
It is, yeah. Which fair enough. Especially, she's not a swimmer, and she's got essentially dead weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you dive in, grabbing Tariq, pulling him out of the water and getting his head above the surface of the water. Right? You're still in, but his head is not underwater. Right? He can breathe now.
Yeah.
But you can't get out. And the water is dragging you downstream, and eventually washes you out into the sea. You don't go all the way out. You find yourself washed against the beach. And you have traveled maybe half an hour in water, keeping him afloat, and he's out. Even now is still out. The rapids are fast, and you're out. You're far away. You've split the party.
Would that give fatigue for...
Yes.
Sure would.
Sure would.
Ellen, you take fatigue.
I'm not exhausting fatigue. I'm knocked out.
I'm actually going to give you 2 points.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sean, did I give you fatigue at all?
No, but I'm knocked out. Sure. I'm
Yeah. I'm also giving you 2 points of fatigue.
fine. Yeah, great. Great.
Nice
back
try.
at 4, baby.
Nice
All right.
try.
You look around, and it's a beach. And the river is not straight. It was windy and crooked, and you have no sense of north, south, east, or west, except that this is probably the most west part of the continent as far as where you were. So heading away from water is best at this point. But
I kind of will try and wake Tariq.
you do. Tariq awakes.
Tariq, Tariq, are you okay?
Clove, what?
It's
What? Oh, hey.
It's Kana.
Hey, Kana. Yeah, I know. Did we decide to go for a swim? What's going on?
No, you fell in the water, and I tried to help you, but I knocked you out.
Big tree coming from my head.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. That was me. I tried to stop you floating away, but it took you out. And
I mean, I know I'm pretty annoying, but I'm not that annoying, Kana.
No, I tried to help, but we just got swept away, and I can't swim, so I just tried to jump in, but I don't know where we are now.
No, really. Where are we, though?
I don't know.
Oh. And he sits up. Oh.
It must have been... I don't know. It felt like half an hour, or who knows?
On the bright side, I did get a little bit more sleep, but and we got a lot of water.
This is salt water.
We can purify that. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
That's a question. Can I use water bending to remove the salt from the water?
You certainly can try.
Yeah.
Can I help? Because if I was taking
the
river's right there,
but it is a river.
Yeah.
the river that washed you to the sea, you can go back to.
I want to try this.
Tariq
though.
doesn't know this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He just woke up to the sea.
Oh, we were on a beach holiday. Cool.
Yeah.
But also, then we'd have salt.
Yeah. You know what? Let's
for
try
cooking.
it.
For
Let's try
yummy
it.
food. But I think Kana's just also like fascinated by waterbending.
He wants Tariq wants to like bring the water into his hands, like a sizable chunk, and literally remove the salt from the water, separate those two compounds from each other.
Sure. I'm going to suggest that you do it from the clothes that you're drenched in, because there's a bit of salt water in what you're wearing currently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just from the mouth of the river being a bit salty there. So yeah, you can absolutely try and do that. Pulling the salt water from both of you and trying to separate the two compound minerals.
I'm assuming.
So I guess I'm helping if you fail.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely skills and training.
Great.
Come on, let's make salt.
I'm not a very focused boy.
No, you're not.
But today I am, because if you help me out...
I do, yeah.
It hits as a 7.
I think as you were trying to separate them, Kana would just... Can I help with that? And add her own fire to the mix as they...
Well, that will evaporate the water, leaving
Yeah,
the
exactly,
which will
like-
go back to Tariq.
I think the way Tariq does this is he'll like, okay, so, and he sits down cross-legged, it's like, sit down facing
And she
me.
will do the same.
Right, so just one moment, just don't mind me. And he'll just suck the water from you to like, and then you, like the water comes...
The water off my clothes.
Yeah.
Let's just...
The water comes off from head to toe and kind of like evaporates into his hands. He holds that with one hand. Then with his other hand, he collects the water from himself. It's like, right, so this is the water we'll be using. And got a lot of salt. We need to remove the water from the salt. Now,
We can boil it.
exactly right.
So she will put her hands into the right formation and add her fire to the water.
And this is successful, but imperfectly.
Yes.
There is an unintended consequence.
So first and foremost, Ellen, you're helping. So
Yes.
mark a point of fatigue.
I take that
But I'm
plus
also
1, which would have
learning.
otherwise been a fail.
That's
6
right.
becomes a 7.
That's right. So what I'm going to say is that the intention for both of you was to collect fresh water.
Yes.
You're going to be left with a lot of salt, but also it's taking a lot of your focus and your peripheral vision staring across from a very nice young woman
Yep.
and a shirtless young man.
Oh.
Both of you on the beach. It's very nice.
Some candlelight.
There's some light, some water, some fresh water. Your peripheral vision and your sense of awareness is quite lowered. You'll be surprised by people if they ambush you, which will happen.
Yeah.
Or you can take a point of fatigue.
I can't handle 5 fatigue. Like, I can't put myself up to 5. So, you know what? Let's have some unintended consequences.
Great, yeah.
I can talk my way out of this. Why not?
The water evaporates, you're left with some salt, and that touches the fire, and it's blue flame, because that's how blue flame works. Wow. Ever so briefly.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing we could do.
I've never seen anything so beautiful.
That's something you can normally do.
It's nothing I've ever done before.
It's like water and fire together. Blue flame.
Sorry, Zola's face just then made like a perfect O.
I was like, oh my god, it does.
As you're talking to each other, Ellen, I'll let you roll. No, actually, it's fine. You'll just react to what happens next.
Great.
Tariq is grabbed from behind, and a hood is placed over his head as he's dragged by assailants that you both neither have really seen. You can react, though.
Stop! Far out. It's gonna be a far whip.
Okay.
It's a defend and maneuver. It's essentially like
Get
stay
back.
back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well, sorry. First, I have to do my stance.
Yes.
I was going to say not to.
Don't have to jump to combat.
I was going to say not to just as none of us have done intimidate yet.
No.
Could you use your
that
firebending
is,
to intimidate? It's passion.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that's an attack in.
But it's just a basic move.
So not all fights end up as an exchange. Sometimes a fight is just a intimidate roll.
Intimidate is
Yeah,
basic
I was wondering if you
move.
could just use your firebending to maybe intimidate them to not mess with us.
Passion.
They've grabbed this person. Would you like to know a bit about them? What you see?
Is it just one person?
No.
It's
It's
a group.
4 people.
Jeez.
2 of them with spears, 2 of them holding the young waterbender, and they're all in these blue coats with white trim and these white, what look like masks, basically, with black face paint on their faces as well.
Yeah.
They've got spears pointed at you, 2 of them, and the other 2 are holding him with a hood over his head. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Where's your balance?
It's at center.
You're at center. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Just curious.
2 flames appear in her hand. She will take an aggressive stance. She will say, "Leave him alone."
Great, that sounds like an intimidate to me. You've thrown fire around and you've taken an aggressive stance. Roll intimidate.
That's a 6.
Yeah, that's a
Yay.
miss. That is a miss. Sorry, Tariq. One of them says, "Firebender, we outnumber you 4-1. If you don't want to be hurt, surrender."
He's not a firebender.
We know.
Well, he's my friend.
We'll see about that. Now put your hands down.
She will. She will lower her hands.
Great. One of them comes to you and with what looks like a really strong, something you get from a boat, really not a boating rope.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yep. Has bound your hands behind you and grabs you by the back and starts taking the 2 of you down the beach.
You have been listening to Homeland, which is a roll-to-cast production. The best way to find us is on Twitter, Discord, and our Patreon. All our podcasts are on Acast, Spotify, YouTube, and all good podcatchers. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/roll-to-cast. Avatar Legends, the role-playing game, was created by Magpie Games. Nickelodeon, Avatar, and all related titles, logos, and characters are trademarks of Viacom International Incorporated. I don't think we'll catch it, but I'll cut it out.
Yeah.
You know what? Give it a second.
Yeah.
It's getting loud.
Also,
It's gonna go
I'll
fast.
count down from 10 properly this time.
What did you do?
Because I went 6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3,